Good evening, everybody. So, lots of stuff going on. The dull day job is really sucking up my time. But I have a project, and it's a big one, because we're using the big giant board today. So, again, it's Desiree. You guys know me well enough, most of you. If you haven't been here before, go ahead and let me know where you're coming in from. And since we're doing a map, and I'm just getting ready to clean this board off, because this board has had the 4th of July stuff on it since, well, July. So I am going to clean this off by misting it with some water and grabbing one of my sponges, my little board erasers from Chalk Couture, to clean it off. So it's going to be a process because it's big. And this is going to sit back here waiting and waiting and wait. Hopefully not too long. Let's see. I have one. Where'd the other one go? I hope the kitties didn't get... Oh, this is bad. Could be that the kitties got the other one. I don't know. Because Lewis Kitty, he gets things. And I'm not seeing it. I've been putting them up, my board erasers up to keep my people from getting them. Well, people. I'm calling the cats people. They're not cat. They're not people. But here we go. So if you're watching me from Facebook, drop me a note. Let me know what country you would like to see. If you're watching me from YouTube, same deal. You should be able to do that, and I should be able to see you. If you're watching out on Twitterland and out on Periscope, not sure how I would see your notes. I think there is integration with that, so go ahead and drop me a note. I'll check afterwards anyways. So, and if you're watching the replay, remember today is February 13th, 2020. Yes, it's the day before Valentine's Day. And I am just kind of cleaning this off because we're putting something else on it. So, just rubbing it off. This is chalk. This is a Chalkology paste, so it comes off. This has actually been on this board since July. So, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. Oh, yeah, 6 months that it's been on here. And I'm wiping it away. It's time for a new one. Let's put some more water on here. And clean it up. Now this one, I'm not going to do a whole bunch of blending. I might try a little bit. We'll see. But this is going to go with me to the Bakersfield Home and Garden Show. And by the way, those of you in Bakersfield, guess what? It is a paid event, but I do have some tickets that I can give away. I've got 5. So, I have to think of what kind of contest we should have to win those tickets if you're in Bakersfield. Oops. Over here, scrubbing away and getting it all over the place. Here. Oop, I gotta get this part right here. I got a little spot down here in the corner you guys can't see. Hey, Lynn. We are getting ready to do the big board because I have lots of big projects I gotta get done. So I don't usually do the large projects here live because they are a little time consuming, but I'm not planning to use a bunch of colors like this last time when I did this one. which was a lot of colors on a Saturday afternoon. So I am scraping away, getting this all off of here. And wiping it down. So yep, this was for the 4th of July. I did this for, I can't remember what I did it for. Maybe it was an event that I did. But this is a board that kind of has to stay with me because they don't really sell these anymore. These big boards like this. Because this one, the chalkboard is metal, so that makes it magnetic. And here's the really cool thing about magnetic chalkboards that you put maps on. You can make things to magnetize on top of them. So, I'm just getting this cleaned off. For those of you that have never been here, go ahead and let me know where you're coming in from, so I know where you're coming in from. This is Easy Crafters. My name is Desiree, and tonight I'm doing a big project. As soon as I get all of that off there. And this here, I blended, when I did this up at the top, I blended the red shimmer paste and the gold shimmer paste. So it was pretty cool looking. But that's not what we're going to do tonight. I'll put that to the side and wipe this off as much as I can with just this microfiber towel. Then I'm going to set that to the side and I'm going to get some wipes out so that I can actually get this board clean. So these are disinfectant wipes. They are not baby wipes or anything like that, because we don't want to use something that has lanolin on something where we're going to put our transfers on, because the transfer can stick. But if you start adding lanolin, which is like an oil, we're going to have a problem. So I have seen people who do that, and I'm like, no, don't do that. Use a disinfectant wipe. So I think I'm done. So let me know where in the world, what country have you never been to that you would like to go to? And for me, I think I would like to go to one of the European companies. Why am I thinking companies? Because I was work causing me to think companies. European countries, I mean. So now this board, and I'm going to slide it up so you see the edge, because I can't hang up my thing far enough for you to see it. And let's see if I can do this. I'm going to move some stuff and see if I can put it lengthwise. I might be able to. I don't know. I don't know if this will work. We'll see. We'll do it this way. Okay. Hey, that's better. That is better. And we can see that it's still a little bit damp. So I'm not going to put this on here just yet, but I'm going to show you what's going on it. Okay, so if you're out there, and I know today that Facebook is having hissy fits again, because that's Facebook. You know, I was having trouble commenting on other people's comments today. I was having trouble making things work. And then I had the dull day job to contend with. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to put this towards the top because I'm going to cut, and you'll see here, there's this big cut line. This little line right here. We're going to cut this so that I can use this down here. These are layered. This is not. So let me go ahead and put this. Australia and Africa. Boy, Lynn is well-traveled. Lynn is well-traveled, she's telling me. Australia and Africa are the only countries she hasn't been to. So you've been to the Eastern Bloc countries, like Czechoslovakia, and those places. Turkey. Have you been to Turkey? I had a friend who went to Turkey on a cruise. And he went on this cruise ship, and I will never forget what he told me about that cruise ship. That they were singing to other little cruise ships, and they were also, gosh, what was it? Can't remember. But let me get some scissors so I can cut that. I'll get my scissors. Here they are, way over here, because I had to walk around to go get them. And I'm going to cut on that line. And I'm getting it. So while I'm cutting and finishing cutting this up, why don't you tell me, and I know Lynn's the only one commenting, but that's okay, Lynn. You get to pick things. So I'm going to cut that. Tell me, everybody, you know, we're talking about travel tonight. What kind of travel would you like to do this summer? What kind of travel would you like to do this summer? So this is going to go down here, and this is going to go up here. I might find the joy in the journey right here, just like that. So I'll put this to the side. I don't need the scissors anymore. It's always a good idea to put things away as you're working. And I will turn this over. While you guys tell me, what kind of summer travel plans do you have? And I'm peeling the backing off this transfer. This is a silk screen transfer. All the areas where the countries are actually a mesh. And you can kind of see it right there. There is a mesh there. It is not empty space. And I'm still struggling getting this area here organized. Yes, I am. Next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thursday is our setup day for our Chalk Couture booth at the Bakersfield thing. So let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and fuzz this. I want to make sure that I can pick it up as I'm working with it. And it's looking like my fuzzing towel is going to need a bath again, because I got stuff on it. Hey! Oh, man, seriously, that cat. He is in trouble. Lewis, get out of there. Out, out. Okay, this is not a good cat squirting bottle. Just saying. All right. Cross-country train trip. Oh, you know, that sounds like kind of like fun. That sounds kind of fun. On my plans this summer, I will be going to Orlando in July for our Chalk Couture convention, which is on the other side of the country. I've never been to Orlando. So if you have some suggestions, please feel free to make them. Still got stuff on there. Okay. Now it's time to turn this thing over. Okay, so I've got it over. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this up in here and here. Right. Trying to line it up from the top. Don't want a wrinkle. Oops, still got a wrinkle. All right, hang on. Und fix. This is why we like to spread it out from here, but I'm trying to make sure that this is smooth. I want to make sure all my edges are sealed. Now, color. I'm going to do this white, and here's why. This is a statement piece. I don't want a lot of different colors on it, and it's got to show up. So it's going to be white. Hey, Crystal. It's nice to see you. Oh, your daughter's schedule only time for local camping. That's a shame. Crystal, I am from California. I'm from a small town called Tehachapi. And yes, we have a contest here in Tehachapi. And Lewis, hang on, you guys. This cat, he's about to get in trouble. Out. 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 Sorry. Bad kitties. Bad kitties. He was getting into stuff that I had on the counter there next to the computers, one of which is my work computer. But anyways, Tehachapi is a small mountain town. Growing up, there were only about 5,000 people here. There's more now. It's much bigger than it was. Hey, we have a Walmart now. That's saying something. When I was 19, I got a Kmart, and that just closed last December. So it's gone. Trying to think. Oh, we have a Home Depot. We have Walmart and Home Depot and some fast food restaurants. So it's, it's grown quite a bit since I was 19, but it's still small. And I live in a 2-bedroom apartment on a mountain road, and there's a field that way, and there's a house and then a field that way. And behind me is a big gully. So, and we have deer come out during the spring and summer, and they'll walk across behind us over here. In the afternoons, I'll see them come over there's like a little hill back there, and they'll come down and go and eat nuts and stuff underneath the oak tree there. And so it's a small mountain town, but it's where I live. How far are you here? Yeah, you're right, Crystal. You're from Fort Worth. Oh, we had our last Chalk Con in Dallas. We had it in Dallas, Texas. So that was the last time. This summer in July, it's going to be out in Orlando, Florida. I just did the leadership conference last month. That was out in Scottsdale, Arizona. I am becoming quite the traveler now. Before this, I didn't travel a whole lot. I've been on, in the last 5 years, I've been on 2 other trips. One to Dallas for something else, and one to Georgia for my dull day job. So yes, very different. Let me get that white paste, which I have over here. I think this is it. Yep. This is the one I was using. I'm going to put a little bit of water in it, like this. And I'm going to use a little stir stick. This is a stir stick that we get from Chalk Couture. And stir this up. Right here. Just like that. I'm looking for kind of a cake batter. This chalk paste is pretty old, so just saying. Newer pastes have a creamier, lighter feel to them than this does. And now, to start, I'm just doing this entirely in white because I want to have a statement piece. So, here we go. Hopefully I get this done quickly enough. If I think I'm going to dry out, I will probably lift it up because I don't want it to dry. Because then I'll have to wash it all off and do it again. Yep, it's starting to dry pretty fast. That's one thing about, using older pastes. They tend to dry a little faster. So I might pick this up. All right, let me go ahead and peel this part of it up so that it can dry. Might have to go back. No, that's actually part of it. Ooh. There we go. Might have to go back over a little bit there. So far so good. And we'll let that dry out a little bit as we have a chat. You've been to Fort Worth? I have, you know what? I think I've driven when I was young. We drove through Fort Worth, Texas. So while we're waiting for this to dry, I want to let you guys know I do have a VIP group. You can just type #VIP and I will message you the VIP group so you can get in there. I have some deals going on right now. So you can check those out in the VIP group. I just can't talk about it here on the open public page because it's against company policy. Because we don't like to interfere with each other. And you can type #join to find out how to become a Chalk Couture designer. #biz if you want to take the quiz and find out, is this something that it'll help you think about what you would need to do if you want to do this. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't do this business. A lot of people, they just get Chalk Couture and you know what they do? They make stuff to sell. That's it. So it's a ton of fun stuff that you can make. And when you get into the Chalk Couture Designer studio groups and the team groups, what you'll find, people have awesome ideas of things to make that would just stun you. I mean, I have friends that I'm like, wow, I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that. And I get inspired to make things that are neat. So far, so good. It's looking pretty good, but it's still a little bit, because white space right there. I'm looking at this area here and here, and yeah. So I'm gonna put a little bit here. I'm trying not to melt my transfer. put my hand here. I'm holding it up kind of high, trying not to melt this edge. Too much hot air to melt the edge. Because it is a vinyl, a very light, flexible vinyl. We don't want to damage it. Okay, I'm gonna go just smooth this down right here. I don't need that to be too, and you notice right here, I got this here. That's not gonna matter. Oh, you guys can't see it, but I got a little smudge that went off the edge down here at the bottom, just so you guys know. But that's okay. So, here we go. Some more chalk paste. Okay, so I chose white because I need a statement piece that people can see as they walk by a booth. But that's not the only color. You could pick any other color you wanted if you were to do this. Now, this is not something I recommend for somebody who's just starting out. But if you've done a few transfers and you've done a few projects, yeah, you could do this. It is not that difficult. Just, you know, like maybe the first time, have somebody help you. Because I didn't. When I did my first very big transfer, it was interesting to do it by myself. I ended up, in the end, after I had folded it, it got folded. Yeah, it got folded. Never a fun thing to happen, but you just never panic. The key to that is never panicking. And it took me a little bit, and I was able to get it unfolded. But it did make a difference. Okay, I'm going to put this here. I am trying to work quickly to finish this, so I can just pull it all off. Just a little more. Okay. Oops. All right, here we go. I'm going to peel the rest of it off. Alrighty, looks pretty good. I got a few smudges here that I'll have to fix when it's dried out a little bit. I want to get this off, but pretty good. The edge that got missed, I can't remember where that was. I can come back with it after it dries and lay it over and just kind of, you know, after everything's dry, what I have done in the past is I'll clean this out with water. It's got to go in the bathtub because it's too big. And what I have done in the past is I've come back into places that are like this. Looks like it got missed or it dried too fast and pulled up. With these thin lines, that's always something you got to be careful of. And over here, you guys can't see it, but there's a little bit of spot there. And I may go back over that area there. But all of that later on, after everything's dry, I'll put the transfer back down on it and just line up certain areas. I like to do it that way because, you know, lining it up all the way is somewhat difficult. And you guys can see from this transfer, this project here, This I did it on purpose, and it probably isn't showing up very well. But it's yellow, and then the red is offset, and that's done on purpose. Let me go drop this in the water while you guys contemplate the world. And no Lewis kitties in here. Stay out, cat. Yeah, what do you want? Yeah, you guys, Lewis is out there. He is trying to be a mooch. He is trying to be a moochy kitty on what I'm doing. Here he comes. Look out. Here comes. Oh, no. He left again. Because he hears the water in the bathtub running. Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear the water in the bathtub running? I want to clean that a little bit right there up. I have a little spot right there. A spot right there I want to get. One right there. This I'm going to have to clean up on my own. I got this. How did that get there? Maybe it's on the transfer. I don't know. Okay. Pretty cool. Pretty slick. Now, let me just pop this out because the next part of the project is put this stuff down here on the bottom, and I'm going to have to, I think I will move it this way so that you guys can see it. Do you see this? This is going to go right down here. So I want to move this so I can show you guys. Ta-da. I do not have a very big workspace. So this is going to go down here on the bottom. And while I am going to go drop this stuff off. And we're going to pick what color we want to do. All right. So I need to pick what colors we're going to do it with. And should we do a shimmer? We could do a shimmer gold in there. Let's see if you guys can see that. Nope. Should we do shimmer gold or pick like a blue? I got this blue. We could do that. Of course, we are overlapping and overlaying. And there's this almond color that I quite like. And that kind of reminds me of that old world feel. I don't want to do something too bright colored, though. I'm kind of leaning towards these two. What do you guys think? I'm leaning towards these two with the gold and this almond. I could do the almond for the banner, or I could do the gold for the banner. Which one do you guys think? Gold or almond for the banner? You guys get to pick. Lynn, I don't have a shimmer. There isn't a shimmer blue. That would be something I would need to mix paste with. But for the display, we're trying to go pretty neutral kind of colors. Gold will make it on something like this because I want that old world feel. The blue, if we used it, it would have to be like the cadet blue or the blue that I got from Chalk, from my leadership conference, which is a very muted, toned down blue. It's not very vibrant. So which should I go for? Let me find that blue that you're talking about. I think it's in here. I had it. Where did it go? I had it. Where did it go? There it went. Here's the blue from... Do you mean this color? I think this color would be good. Almond for the banner. Almond for the banner. Okay, we can do that. Do we want to do blue on almond? I don't think so. Blue would have been better as a background, but the gold on top of it, almost like a gold leaf. That's what it would be, almost like a gold leaf. Where did I drop my fuzzing towel? Did I put it underneath? I put my fuzzing towel somewhere. Oh, there it is. I'm going, where did I put that? I put it underneath the table. Yes, I know people will laugh at me because of, you know, the way that I talk during my lives and these live streams, but I am who I am. Okay, so we have the banner Lynn chose. I'm going to put it in here. I'm eyeballing again. There are people who will use a ruler. I'm not a ruler gal. Just isn't gonna happen. So yeah, not somebody who uses rulers to measure everything. I'm not that OCD. My dad, however, he does have OCD. I'm gonna let you go. Nobody tell my dad I told you this. Nobody. Okay, do you guys know somebody who's OCD? It is a thing, and there's being neat and clean, with two of things which I try to be, but usually doesn't work that way for me. And then there is people who are truly OCD. Okay, so who knows somebody who's OCD? Does anybody know somebody who is actually an OCD type person? Like kind of like Monk. You guys remember Monk? Thank you, Lynn. I appreciate that. Gold for words. That's what I was thinking. All right, let me make sure this is yeah, that's almond. For some reason, it wasn't looking almondy to me. I think it's my lighting. My dad. Let's put it this way. I drove their car. This was quite a few years ago, actually. And he, you know, I drove it and parked it in the garage. Lewis, get down. You get down. We have to be very careful because there's some people here who remember when Lewis jumped on the lighting. So he gets free roam of the house. But, so yeah, I parked the car inside the car inside the garage, and my dad was not happy with the way I parked it because the two left wheels were not directly on the crack in the middle of the garage. Yes, that is a thing. That is a thing. I'm like, what? But yeah, they had to be. So he wasn't quite as bad as Monk. Who amongst you watched Monk when it was airing on TV? This was years ago. I'm showing my thing. And who was the actor? Tony Shalhoub. That's who it was. I still remember him. They did like 6, 7 seasons. And then I think the actor, he got tired of doing the same character over and over. Yeah. Lynn, Yeah, I want Monk to come clean my house. He can come to my house anytime he would like. So there we have it. That's on there. And if I remember what I did with my pen, where did I put it? I put it somewhere. All right, let me go drop this in water because I don't have enough room here. In here. So this has to go out here. There. Doesn't have to have too much water on it, but I like to rinse it out pretty quickly. Here is my heat gun. I'm going to dry this way so that chalk paste gets dry because I don't want it to dry and peel up. And get caught in the other chalk and peel up. Who of you would like to have Monk clean your house? He was seriously OCD. He was an OCD private investigator. And I think Tony Shalhoub did an awesome job portraying him. Okay, next one is the lettering. I'm going to just fuzz this on my shirt this time because sometimes it's just easier. Okay, here we go. Find joy in the journey. We're going to put this right here in the middle. I'm kind of eyeballing it. I can kind of see through here and straighten this out right there. Just like that. And pop open this. So, again, for those of you that are just tuning in or you're just catching a few seconds here, my name is Desiree. This is a Chalk Couture transfer, and I'm about done with it. We're going to go ahead, put this gold lettering across it. And then we'll peel that up. And look at that. Isn't that neat, you guys? Let me grab these. I'm going to go drop this in the sink while you guys admire the work. Oh man, it was so hard. I'm just being funny. Because those of you who have watched me enough know how hard this really is. Not very. And you have seen me do project after project. This was actually, for a large project, was actually pretty easy because I didn't use a whole lot of colors. So, you know, if you're going to do a large project, I do recommend that you just do something that's somewhat easy. Don't get fancy when you do your first large project. Just do one color. Of course, that's one of those do as I say, not as I do. Because when I did my first large project, which was Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and it was this size board, actually maybe a little bit bigger. On the transfer was the same size as this. I had to cut the transfer into 3 parts to make it work because I just couldn't handle one huge transfer by myself. And in the end, it got stuck to itself. I pulled stuff up and I had to wipe the board like 5 times. So this kind of project where you just do one color all the way through, you won't find that you'll have that problem. So let me go ahead and put these up here. Oops, that fell. And let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and lift this board And we're gonna pop this. And I'm gonna try and show you guys. There we go. Can't see me, can you? Oh. But if I get, there we go. There it is. Find your journey. This is going to be in Bakersfield, California. Not this weekend, but the following weekend. And I will be displaying this there. So. Let's put one last thing here. And I will put it back down like this so you guys can kind of see it. I can put it up. Put it up. It will go. That's as far as my thing goes. Anyways, it was an awesome project. I'm happy you guys came today. Remember, you can get into the VIP group in Facebook by #VIP, and I'll get you the link for that in a message. And if you're interested in becoming a Chalk Couture designer, just #join. I will get a message to you. And if you want to just have a little brief quiz about whether or not this is for you, #biz, and those questions will come out, and you can, there's just 3 questions, and you can figure out for yourself before you even talk to me whether or not it's for you. Okay. It is Lynn. It is very sharp. So with that said, you guys, I'm going. I have some things to do. And those of you that purchased in the last, out of the last catalog, I have catalogs coming to you. Be prepared. They are coming out. And I've got a special insert for you that will be in there. Look for that. And I will see you guys next time. Good night.